WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All righty, good morning and welcome in, everybody. I'm so happy you are here joining me on this, tantalizing Tuesday. A lot going on today, but first, I have someone to introduce you guys to. I'm your host for this morning. I'm Alexis Bellamy. We're joined by 2 News anchor Lee Jeffries this morning. Lee, welcome in.
Good morning.
We're so happy you're here. Lee's first time here, and Lee, we have so much to get through today, but first, we have to take a look outside because, Lee, I know when you woke up, it was probably just as cold as it was when I got up this morning.
Snowing. Yep.
Snowing, actually sideways, correct.
Yep.
So Storm Team 2 meteorologist Cameron Saliga is here to tell us a little bit more about, one, how long it's going to be around, because I was seeing like piles of snow, like small piles of snow when I came in this morning. And how long is that going to stick around for us, Cameron?
Well, thankfully, it didn't amount to much here this morning. It didn't really impact the roadways here as we went through the early portion of the day. But we do have some sun peeking through the clouds here early in the daytime, but we will have mostly cloudy skies here during the middle of the day and later on as well. It's a little bit breezy as well. We'll have winds gusting up to about 20, 25, even some areas 30 miles per hour here during the daytime today, but it's not going to be too bad compared to what we had yesterday. Now, the wind chill, it's definitely a cold one going into the midday. 9 in Xenia. We finally have broken the below zero trend here in Dayton. Now, the wind chill this morning, 0 now, and we're up to 4 in Wapakoneta. So very cold feeling. At least the visibility is good for the most part here going into the midday, and most of those flurries are out of here early into the day. We had a lot of them. Now we are just seeing a few and far between going into the 11 a.m. hour, but we are going to see some snow returning, and we'll see some accumulation returning as well. We are tracking that chance into New Year's Eve. If you have any plans in the evening hours, you might have some snow on the ground that's coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
And that is really what people are caring about. We know we didn't have our white Christmas, but now all people are concerned about is, what is my weather going to be like when I want to go see the ball drop, or maybe what happens here in Dayton. And I'm looking forward to that.
It's not going to be too bad. It's just a few inches, so we're not expecting anything like when we had those 4-inch snows that we've had twice this year already.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, not looking forward to that. Thanks, Cameron. All right, we're jumping right into your top stories this morning. Lots to get through, but first, we now know the identity of a man who died in Grand Lake this weekend, and he was running from police when he did this. We have video of that incident as it was unfolding, and we do want to warn you as we're showing you, this video may be disturbing to some, so please watch with caution. Now, you may remember the attempted theft suspect was running from Celina police on Christmas Day. 47-year-old Alvin Lee Stabler was identified as that man who jumped into the lake and was not seen leaving the water. And his body was actually recovered over the weekend on Saturday. Here you can see Stabler on the right half of your screen. We have him circled there, approach the lake, jumping down into the water. Really incredible. Police officers appear seconds later. They say Stabler tried to steal a truck from Bud Chrysler's over on South Main Street. He ran when officers got there, and they received this footage the next day. Officials say there were burglary tools found with his body, and they say this is still an active investigation. So make sure you stick with us to learn more here.
Mm-hmm. And then the wind created more issues at the site of St. John the Baptist Catholic Church in Maria Stein. The Marian Catholic community page posted an update yesterday saying that the west wall of the church collapsed due to high winds. They also said that this compromises the integrity of the remaining building, and it comes as crews has been working to clean up debris after a devastating fire earlier this year. There's no formal decision on whether they will rebuild or tear down that church just yet.
And that video of this video is always just incredible to just see after that fire.
Yes.
And I know people have really been wanting this church to be rebuilt. As you said, Lee, it has a lot of historical context to it. And I know a lot of people don't want to see it to go. So hopefully they can keep it. In your third top story this morning, the man accused of playing a role in a shooting that hurt a University of Dayton student appeared in court. Dylan Heiner faces weapons charges in both federal and common pleas court for that November 1st incident. You may remember it all happened just before midnight, and that was on Evanston Avenue during a Halloween party. Heiner appeared virtually for an intervention in lieu of conviction report. This report, by definition, means Heiner could have charges dropped if he completes an intervention while he's in jail. Another hearing is set for January 2nd, and police arrested Heiner and 3 other minors for this shooting. One of them is believed to have fired that gun that caused the injury to that student. Following this shooting, student government leaders held town hall meetings. You may remember we told you a little bit about those when they were happening and unfolding, and they did pass a resolution. It calls for the university administration to look at addressing racism and other hateful speech, both on campus and online. Dayton Police and University of Dayton Police are continuing their investigation, and we will keep you updated as we learn more.
Mm-hmm. And then we're also following up on the man sentenced for setting off an incendiary device at Piqua High School in 2024. Grady Egerton was sentenced some 5 months after being taken into custody. In his hearing on Monday, 21-year-old Grady Egerton was sentenced to a maximum of 4.5 years, and he owes the school $2,500. Egerton was sentenced to a minimum of 3 years for his first count of felonious assault and 17 months for counts 2, 3, and 4 of his charges of inducing panic, vandalism, and possession of a dangerous ordinance. In July 2024, around 7:30 p.m., he detonated a homemade explosive near the main entrance of Piqua High School, and after a search warrant and a standoff at Egerton's home, he showed a pistol which led to officers shooting at him. Officers deployed gas to evacuate Egerton and take him into custody nearly 5 hours after the standoff began. Egerton is a former Piqua High School student, and Piqua High School sustained fire damage and shattered windows from the detonated device.
Yeah, you can see that's what we're looking at here on your screen now is what the school looked like after this happened. And that looks like they can recover from that, but we know this could have looked a whole lot differently.
Definitely.
That looks very scary. And finally this morning, the Ohio State Highway Patrol says there were 14 deadly crashes on our roads over the Christmas holiday weekend, you guys, resulting in 17 deaths. Of those crashes, 4 people who died were not wearing their seat belts. 3 involved pedestrians, and 2 involved a driver who believed to be under the influence of either drugs or alcohol. Troopers also made 231 arrests for impaired driving, issuing 288 safety belt citations and 147 distracted driving citations. And I'm sure that they probably wanted those numbers to be at 0, Lee. That's definitely way too high.
Really high.
The Montgomery County Prosecutors Arrive Safe program is also back, and that is so important. You guys, just days away from the new year. All you need to do is scan a QR code and you will receive a free $20 Uber voucher for any ride to or from anywhere in Montgomery County. The code will be posted at Dayton bars and restaurants, and we will also have it on our website at WDTN.com. So if you need that, make sure you find it. It's very important.
Definitely.
It could save your life and someone else's. All right, we are switching gears now. Looking ahead, it's 11:07 to your day ahead. We want to know from you guys, essentially, when do you take down those holiday decorations? Christmas has not even been gone. It's not even a week. So, and I don't know about you guys, but I love to look at my decorations. I almost have to be bribed to take them down. Lee, what about you?
My birthday is January 3rd, so I leave them up through my birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
A couple extra days.
That's perfect because that's something beautiful for you to look at, bring in your day.
Why would I want to take them down?
I think that's so appropriate. Why would I want to take them down? But we want to hear from you guys on when you guys feel like it is the right time to take down those holiday decorations. I mean, they're beautiful to look at, but it'll also tell me at least a lot about how you guys go about doing things. So that is really interesting for today. All right. Now we're looking ahead to what is coming up later today. We are switching gears now. We're joined by 2 news reporter Evan Bales in your Ohio headlines. We know recreational cannabis advocates have taken that first step toward putting a new marijuana law up for a statewide vote. And Evan is working on that story today. He's going to tell us a little bit more about what this bill entails. So, Evan, the group wants to reject Senate Bill 56. First, tell us a little bit more about that bill.
Absolutely. So Senate Bill 56, all in all, makes a good deal of adjustments to the referendum that was passed by voters in 2023 to legalize cannabis in the state of Ohio. So it makes quite a few changes. It completely bans psychoactive CBD products, so items like that. It also bans THC and CBD drinks as well. It also brings forth a ton of new regulations for marijuana as well. Like you have to store marijuana in the container it was bought. You can't bring in marijuana from out of state, even if it's from another licensed dispensary. It has to be from in Ohio. Some other things it does, it also distributes tax dollars that have been accrued through the taxes on cannabis sales and it gives those monies back to the townships and the cities that are hosting these cannabis dispensaries. So it does do things like that. But there are some, like you said, some cannabis activism groups who are saying that this bill oversteps the boundary of what the voters decided back in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then who is the group looking to make these changes, and what are they doing, Evan?
So the group that's looking to make these changes is Ohioans for Cannabis. It's a group of advocates as well as business owners who honestly, they feel like they did all this prep ahead of, you know, the legalization of cannabis. They did all this stuff for THC and CBD, and now all these changes have come through and they feel those rules have been walked back on them.
Okay, so what tell me a little bit about the measures that they're trying to do. They need some signatures, is that right, to get this effort moving forward? How much do they need, and what happens if they don't receive the support they need to make this change?
So from what I've learned, that I believe they need 1,000 elector signatures in order to even get this petition to the attention of the Attorney General of the state, Dave Yost, as well as the Secretary of State, Frank LaRose. So they need 1,000 signatures to even get it to them before it even reaches a docket and is under consideration. If they don't get the 1,000 signatures, then the bill, it has 90 days before it goes live, and that will be in March.
Got it.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, Lee.
No, you're good.
Well, thank you so much for that, Evan. We really are going to look forward to what you have coming up for us first at 4 and learn a little bit more about this. I know this is really heavy on a lot of people's mind, a real hot topic here.
No, thank you.
All right, so switching gears here. Oh, there you go. Take it away, Lee.
Well, doctors are keeping their eye on the number of flu cases right now, and while it's not a major concern yet, it does leave them wary of what's to come. Doctors say an aspect of the new strain could be higher transmission rates, and it's hitting children and older adults a lot harder. With kids going back to school just next week, doctors are already preparing for that eventual uptick as well and encouraging parents to get their kids vaccinated, as it's the easiest way to keep them from being hospitalized from the flu. Lastly, data from the Ohio Department of Health shows that around 400 more hospitalizations for flu this year compared to 2024.
And Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost says organized crime drug interdiction task forces seized more than $75 million of drugs across the state in 2025. This also includes 440 firearms. And listen to this, $4.1 million in cash. Now, here in the Miami Valley, one raid turned up a suitcase containing 22 pounds of cocaine. Now, agencies like the Montgomery and Clark County Sheriff's Office are part of that task force, as well as Butler and Vandalia Police and others. All right, your time now is 11:12. It's time to take a quick break. When we get back, we have a longer look at weather, and we're looking ahead to what's coming up in Living Dayton, getting you guys ready for New Year's Day. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
And we're back with everybody's favorite countdown. Of course, that's the countdown to the 2026 Winter Olympics, you guys. And you will not believe this. It probably won't feel like it to you, but it definitely does to me. We have just 38 days until we get there. The days are just flying by. We're bringing you another beautiful look at Milan, the host city, exactly where the games are going to be played on February 6th from February 22nd of 2026. And of course, we're all super excited about the Winter Olympics, but we cannot forget about the Paralympics, which are set to run from March 6th to March 15th, so shortly after the Olympics, featuring events all throughout Milan and the mountain resort of Cortina. And of course, you guys don't forget, when it does come time to watch both sets of games, you can do it right here on WDTN. All right, time now to turn to a look at weather. But before we do, we're looking outside, Lee.
Yeah, because if you need some fun before then, if you need some fun tomorrow night for New Year's Eve, the city of Piqua will be lighting off fireworks, and the fireworks show is being launched from Hollow Park on Scott Drive. According to our partners at Miami Valley today, 3 test shots are going to go off at 11:30 p.m., each spaced 10 minutes apart, and then the real show happens as the clock strikes midnight.
I'm excited for this because I've gotten to the point where I can do either or. I love the drone shows. Like, I love those. I think that's really artistic. But I also am just old fashioned and I like my fireworks.
I do
show.
too.
So I know we're
fireworks.
seeing both here. But Cameron, whether we are looking at drones or actual live fireworks, would that be a great night for us to be outside?
Well, it's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy as
Okay,
we
so
go
that
into New
sounds
Year's
like
Eve
maybe not
night.
then.
But if you want to get outside, you definitely can. It's not stopping you from getting out there in the snow.
Are you going to be out there?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the Ohio State game, so that is
okay.
on my
Man.
prerogative. But outside right now, it is at least a little bit sunny here in the Miami Valley. You can see that there is a lot of cloud cover, though, into Beaver Creek. This is over US 35 in Beaver Creek, as there's not much traffic, it looks like there. People are getting along. It looks A-okay. But we are going to be seeing some snow returning to the Miami Valley as we go into the evening hours. We are going to start to see those chances increasing going into the about 10 o'clock hour. There's when we start to see some snow pushing on in. Now, we will see some areas get some accumulation here tonight. It's mainly going to be up in our northern areas, but here in Dayton, could see about a half an inch or so of some snow going into the nighttime. Temperatures today only getting up to about 26, 27 degrees. We are seeing some clearing outside right now, but that's really about all we'll see is a lot of cloud cover and just a little bit of clearing, and then we'll see those clouds returning into the evening hours. Good news for the wind chills. They are in the single digits right now, but they are going to be in the double digits by the end of the day. So I guess that's something to look forward to here as we go into the evening hours. And look at that going into the day tomorrow. Finally getting into the 20s for wind chills, and it's finally going to feel a little bit warmer outside. Live Doppler 2 HD, a few snow showers, flurries in the Miami Valley right now, down south by the National Weather Service in Wilmington, currently seeing a snow flurry as we go into the 11 a.m. hour. Zooming out, there's some short waves, and then there's going to be a cold front that moves through. So we're going to have 2 chances of snow here going into the next 24 to 36 hours. High pressure, though, off to the west, but you can see all that snow off of the Great Lakes as that cold front has moved on through. Temps right now, still right around 16 degrees, a very cold one outside. 21 Fairborn, 15 Minster, 14 in Union City, and those wind chills still in the single digits for most. 0 Dayton, 2 Springfield, and 1 in Wilmington. Future track going through the daytime. We are going to see a lot of cloud cover through the rest of the day. Then into the nighttime, about 10 p.m., we see that snow moving through about an inch up in places like Wapakoneta, Bellefontaine, and maybe even parts of northern Shelby County here as we go into the nighttime. Then round 2 moves in as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. Good news with this, though, is that we're going to have temperatures right around 35 or so degrees. So that is going to be above freezing. So we could see some of the snow falling, but not making contact or not sticking to the ground into the afternoon hours tomorrow. But going into the evening, the sun goes down. We're going to see the temperatures fall as well. We'll see the chance of some accumulating snowfall that could amount to an inch here in much of the Miami Valley. So we could see upwards of 2.5 inches up north, up to 1.5 inches here. I think we'll stay below 2 inches in the Miami Valley, but you potentially could see a little bit more up north. Today, 27 degrees. We'll have those single-digit wind chills even into the afternoon, but we'll break the double digits here eventually. Cloudy skies do continue. Overnight, snow showers could see an inch up north here in Dayton, about a half inch or less. And then tomorrow, we'll see that chance of snow late in the daytime. 35 degrees the high. Good news for those looking for a warm-up early in the year, not on Thursday. The first day is going to be a cold one of 2026, but by Monday, we're getting up to 45 degrees.
That's what you're considering our warm-up is the 45 degrees.
Well, 45 is pretty nice this time of year. I can't complain.
I'm not complaining
26.
about it. But did you hear him, Lee? He kind of like dressed it up like it was like, oh,
Yeah.
expect something
Expecting
great.
something good.
I mean, it's great.
Like-
45, you rarely see that here this time of year.
Okay, so speaking of what we're going to be seeing around New Year's, I want both of you guys' opinions on this. So over in Times Square, we're going to, leave home for a while and look at other places. Times Square is officially ready for this year's New Year's Eve celebration. On Monday, crowds gathered to watch the confetti test, which I actually did not know was a thing. At least
Me either.
I don't think I remember that, Lee. I was about to say, did you know that was something that they did?
I don't
Was
remember
actually
that.
test the confetti. That's interesting. So on Wednesday night, there will be, you guys won't guess how many pounds of confetti there's going to be.
Way too many.
Way too many. Lee, any guess? How many pounds?
I think I see 3. So
Yes, it's 3,000 pounds of confetti that they're going to drop on people in Times Square. So my question to both of you is, have you ever done this? Have you guys ever been?
I have
No.
not.
No?
But I think it's a waste to do a test of 3,000 pounds.
They are testing it to make sure that it is, I guess, enough.
Hopefully they recycle it.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
They got to do something with
Yes.
it. Okay, well, we are leaving New York and coming back here in Ohio. Listen to this. We are changing things here in the state. In just a few days, Ohio's minimum wage is increasing, you guys. A blessing for sure. Beginning on January 1st, non-tipped employees will make $11 an hour, and tipped employees will make $5.50 an hour. That change does reflect a 2.8% inflation adjustment. Ohio's minimum wage has been tied to inflation since voters approved the change, and that was back in November of 2006. MIT researchers have estimated that a living wage for a single Ohioan with no children is $20.38 per hour. Something to look forward to.
And then happening today, kids in Trotwood have a chance to get a free coat and a pair of shoes. Chosen Outreach Ministries is hosting Operation Warm, and they're looking to give away more than 1,000 coats and gym shoes to Trotwood students in need. This is going to be held at the Trotwood Library from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. And please note that registration is required. It's on a first-come, first-served basis, and your child must be a Trotwood resident and attending Trotwood schools. There are still slots available, and the QR code on your screen has what is left.
And we are still looking ahead to the new year. I mean, we are going to be continuing to do that for the next couple of days here, of course, today and tomorrow, New Year's Eve. But also at the start of the new year, another change. You'll actually be paying more at the BMV service fees. I know, I heard you're silently. Service fees will be going up from $5 to $8, so a jump, but not something massive. That fee applies to most transactions like driver's license, state ID cards, and motor vehicle registrations. Annual vehicle registrations and renewal fees will also jump from $11 to $16 for non-commercial vehicles. These fee increases are part of Ohio's latest state budget, helping fund the state highway patrol. And I'll say back home, I did just have to get my license replaced, and I was actually honestly, and this was in Virginia, so I was so surprised at how much it costs. So I'm not really surprised at seeing this happen here.
Yeah, I need to get mine, actually.
See, like big changes. All right, it is time now, 11:23 for a quick break. When we get back, a look at what is coming up in Living Dayton. And I can't wait to hear on how long you guys keep your holiday decorations up. You're like me and Lee. It'll be really interesting. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are jumping straight into let's react to that responses because I really want to learn a little bit more about you guys here in Dayton and how you guys go about your holiday decorations and keeping them. We heard from Lee, and I'll answer. I will say I will keep mine up probably until my mom is like, Alexis, please take them down. It's February. It's almost Valentine's Day. So that's me. But let's hear from you guys. So Debbie actually says Christmas night after everyone goes home. Outdoor lights the next morning, weather permitting. Feels good. Okay, so she's cleaning up. No time to waste. I like that. Good for you, Debbie. No, you're getting straight to it. And then Michael says, my family, even when I was a kid, over 50 years ago, have always taken them down the first full weekend after New Year's Day. My wife and I continue this tradition. Also timely, right?
I like
that. Makes sense. Okay. So, and it's a tradition. So keep with traditions always.
Yes.
And finally, Natalie says, whenever you feel like taking them down, everybody needs to quit trying to worry about what everybody else thinks you to do. You, baby, it's your world. Happiness makes it pretty. That was beautiful. Wow. Yeah, me and Grace were here like, okay, we feel that. Yeah. We like that. Okay, and speaking of Grace, we're going to look ahead to what is coming up in a Living in Dayton. We're talking some delicious food to eat over the holidays, and it's not traditional, right?
Right, yeah. We're talking about Company 7 Barbecue. They're going to be in the kitchen making some delicious barbecue recipes, some seasonal options, especially catering if you're looking for that for New Year's Eve.
Always fun, and we're also looking for New Year's Eve recipes,
yes.
Grace.
I'm all about the appetizers. I mean, who isn't all about the appetizers, right?
Yeah, you can.
So Taste Buds with Stephanie is going to be sharing some great recipes, easy to do, that everyone will love. So definitely some good tips to have. And
if you need a reason to throw a party, here is one, you guys. Please listen up. We're celebrating someone. Beyonce is closing out the year significantly richer. You guys, Queen Bee is a billionaire. She's reached billionaire status. Now, according to Forbes, they declared her a billionaire earlier this month. She's now the 5th musician to actually hit this major milestone, joining her husband, Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, and several others. Congratulations to her. Yes, so seriously, we love it.
That is awesome.
All right, thanks guys for joining us for 2 News Now on this tantalizing Tuesday. Alexis Bellamy, Lee Jeffries. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.